Laser Matrix has entered early access, but should you be picking it up? Well, that's what we're going to find out right now. Laser Matrix is one of those games set in mixed reality, where basically it turns your surroundings into a playground. Now, when I read lasers, I thought it was going to be ducking under, climbing over different pointy lasers that are strewn around basically your room, but that is not the case. These are more blocks that basically move or stay static and go up and down and all sorts of different directions. You start the game with 3 lives, and basically every time you get hit or you hit a laser, you then lose one. You can, however, gain extra hearts as you actually progress through the game, but in order to collect them, you have to collect them. Within each level there will be one or multiple buttons to press, and you have to basically strategically get your way around these lasers in order to press them. Within the game there is the normal mode, which is basically that I've just described. As well as this, there is a time trial mode, which basically sees you trying to beat your own time getting and pressing these buttons. As well as this, and not right now, but there will be other modes added, such as multiplayer, which I am quite interested to see how they pull that off, and also a campaign mode, which again would actually be quite interesting. Mission Impossible, anyone? I have to speak about the setup of the game as well. I find it really difficult to actually set this one up. For some reason I find it really fiddly to be able to get it to actually scale and do what you wanted to do at first. But after that initial setup it wasn't too bad. I will also point out the fact that you probably, to take full advantage of this game, want a large room, and I would not suggest the garden, as you will be crawling on your hands and knees at points, and I don't think I'd want to do that over grass, as it was kind of difficult enough as it was crawling along my wooden floor. After loading the game up for the first time, I kind of thought, I ain't gonna have enough room for this. I was pleasantly surprised of how much room you actually needed. I mean, it wasn't the most perfect, example of the game, but it did work, and I did start having a lot of fun. But it kind of brought to my attention how much more fun would I have if I had a humongous room to play this in. But we work with what we got, and I was quite pleased the fact that, well, I could play it. I will say that it can be a bit of a workout as well. Literally, I was crawling along the floor, scooting and not running but moving rather quickly past for certain lasers here and there, and there is a slight bit of strategy that goes into it as well. It did look pretty decent and also sounded quite decent. I turned the music down obviously for copyright reasons. To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have turned it back up either afterwards. As an exercise tool, this is probably a bit hit or miss, but I am interested in seeing what also comes afterwards with these different modes, and I do look forward to them. I'll also say I will be going back to this one, and I can see this being quite a decent party game, to be fair. And I am thinking about doing a feature on exercise games in VR, and I believe I will be adding this to it. And as for that all-important score, I think right now I will be giving it a 6 out of 10, but bear in mind this could go up when these other modes come out. I think if I had a larger room, that score would probably be higher as well, but unfortunately I don't. But it did kind of impress me, the fact that in this small area that I had, I could still play it. I think what would have actually kicked this game up a notch or two is if you could do one direction and then go in a different direction. That would have really heightened the game and given me a lot more space in my surroundings. But for now I am going to stick with a 6 out of 10, but I will be trying to do some updates on this one, so keep an eye out.